This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're at Pole Revolution. Since 2012, they have been providing a low-impact, fun form of exercise for ladies here in Colorado Springs. I am here with Diane, who is the owner, also in the instructor. Let me ask you this. Back in 2008, the first time you took a spin on the pole, you probably didn't have any idea that you were going to take this up professionally. Here we are, fast forward to today. What got you involved in this type of industry?
Well, in the form of exercise, I was just looking for something fun. I wanted something that I wouldn't feel was drudgery. People hate going to the gym. They start out all fired up and then they get bored with it. So I found this and it was fun, and it's enough fun and enough exercise that you feel sore. I mean, you've had a good workout by the time you're done. So once I found that low impact form of exercise, I was hooked. And as a profession, as an industry, I saw a need for an environment where ladies, not just ladies, I've got some men too, could come and just feel good about their accomplishments and always feel like they had done well, had learned things, had beaten their own personal best. They're not competing against anybody else, just working to make themselves better.
Wonderful. As individuals, we're always seeking out new ways to exercise. Obviously, like you said, we start out fired up, and then, we want to keep into it. We want to make sure that it grabs us initially, but also gets results throughout. Why do you think it is pole fitness is able to accomplish that?
It's a different kind of workout than a lot of resistance training. Pole fitness is, as I explained to the people when they're on the poles, is a constant on. I mean, your muscles are working. It's not like pulsing, and you're up there and you're on, and you'll see in some of the workout that you watch in a little bit. It's also such a wide variety of skills that we use. We do things just for cardio, we do things for the abs, we do things for the legs. It's total body. It's organic in the sense that you're lifting your own body weight. I've made a point not to do any other form of exercise because I want to be able to say this is totally from pole. And the results you can get are amazing.
That's impressive. I like that. And so let me ask you this, quite honestly, it's a lot of fun to do, but like you said, we are targeting some specific muscle groups. What are some of the muscle groups that you noticed right away that were maybe laying dormant and all of a sudden came to life?
I have always had the pear-shaped figure, and I have never really been in shape. So I was on the pole for about 2 months, about 2 or 3 times a week, and I noticed my pants were getting too big. My thighs, it just started melting off my thighs. That was the first thing. I had no idea that was even happening until one day I just felt the difference. It was really exciting. And then my abs just started turning into the six-pack. Yeah.
That's got to be exciting. You're sitting here going, I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun, but yet, wait a minute, the mirror's telling me a whole different story that we got some real exciting things going on. Like you mentioned before, aerobic training. I imagine once you've spun a few times, you're holding yourself on a pole, you are really, like you said, it's very organic because we're talking about gravity and your weight is really what's going on here. Aerobically speaking, does this get your heart rate up and going?
Oh, yes, and we accomplish that mostly with choreography. We do a routine that's 3 or 4 minutes long, and it's constant exercise, but it's different moves.
Right.
That's when we really get the cardio. And sometimes one of the ladies will come in and say, I just really want to work up a sweat today. The glisten, they call it, Yeah. So we'll do 3 or 4 routines that they know back to back, and we're just, it's pumping, yeah.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. If you remember back when you first started yourself, you probably remember when you first got on the pole, you probably weren't the most confident about it. You really didn't feel like possibly this was something that maybe even would like. Is that why you recommend an introductory class or basically an introductory training for somebody who's just getting started?
That's one of the reasons. I was 20 years older than my average fellow student when I started. Wow. I started when I was 49. And and so I felt like the dunce of the class. you know. It wasn't anything they did that made me feel that way. I just did. And I want people to come in and have that introductory class so that they can start feeling really good about themselves right at the beginning. Another thing is, some people are just more physically fit when they come in than others. So I want to be able to place them. And some people I'll be able to skip a level or two. And they're starting in level 3, and they're going to start doing inversions next week.
Wow.
And others are going to take 2 months to get through level 1. I want to be able to gauge that and put them with the right instructor.
What a fun, challenging course it sounds like. I mean, all along the way, you know you're getting to different levels. Obviously, you can get private training. You can continue that private training if you wanted, or you can even do you and a friend, or you can do you and a group. You really have made it quite easy for people to feel comfortable here.
Yes, thank you. And they do. They do.
Absolutely.
They say that all the time. And we offer specialized training like the boot camp and the Pole for Every Body, which is a class we've designed for people. Maybe they have a knee injury or a foot injury or something that has kept them from physical exercise. Maybe they're 100 pounds overweight or just weak, and they want to start at a really low level. They can work up to the regular curriculum that way.
Wow, so you come in with a specific goal in mind. You guys can really get serious and kind of target that area as well. What about, obviously, a pole party has to be something that's kind of fun and unique.
Oh, they're a blast. I never laugh so hard. I go home and my cheeks are sore just from laughing, because usually they're bachelorette parties, sometimes birthday parties. And they come in and they're just all giggly and they look around and they get all nervous, and you know, I set them at ease right away, and they go home learning, being able to do a pole routine right away, several spins and a dance routine. So I tell them, now if you're going out to one of the clubs afterwards that has a pole, you've got something in your repertoire.
That is so nice. It's amazing. Let me ask you this: does it seem to get funner as you go up to the next level? Quite honestly, you can start doing inversions, inverts. You're talking about intermediate pole tricks. Does it really seem to get funner as you go on?
It does. More fun and more challenging, really. But the ladies can't wait. I mean, they'll come in on their first lesson, and I'll say, okay, let me show off for a minute. So I'll do some of my advanced tricks, and of course they want to do all those right away.
Right.
And that's a motivation to them to continue, because it's that upside down stuff that everybody wants to do. Yeah, and then you see a move online and you work on it and you finally master it, and we're just high-fiving and cheering and slapping hands, and it's just fun. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Let me ask you this: somebody out there that really wants to dive in and do your boot camp, for instance, you have something kind of unique because of the fact you're actually incorporating a belly dance with martial arts and some pole dancing. That's kind of neat.
And that's based on the instructor who we have teaching that program. She's got a wide variety of exposure to different forms of exercise, so she's working all of those into that curriculum.
Excellent. That is wonderful. Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, what you're going to see is their website. On the website, you're going to get a good idea of some of these classes that are able to put you through, be it a private one-on-one instruction, or possibly you and a friend, or obviously as a group. You're going to find that she has created an atmosphere that really a place that she felt comfortable in, and she knew you would feel comfortable in as well. You can also get an idea there, some of the links, and find out where some of these instructors are getting their certification. Very important here that she is bringing you instructors that not only have fun, but also know exactly how to help you in those targeted areas, and at the same time have a great fun doing so. Let me ask you, you've got someone out there possibly who's thinking, hey, I would love to do this. I don't know if I have the right shape, am I sexy enough? What do I need to be? What would you tell them?
You are what you need to be. You're there already. Jewel has a song, you already are. Beautiful, graceful, lovely. Yeah. And they come in and they find out they can do more than they think they can do.
I have been doing pole for about 4 years with a baby in between, so I had to take a little intermission there.
Little
Yeah.
hiatus, huh?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. What got you involved when you first came on?
The excitement of being able to work out without judgment and being able to start wherever I was, at whatever level I was at.
Let me ask you this. Results. You're going along, you're doing it, it's fun. When did you start noticing some little results and going, hey, this is pretty cool?
I think it was when I realized that I could lift and move my own body. I can lift my own body weight, and I can maneuver it in ways that I never thought I could.
That's impressive. Let me ask you this. Does it continue to be challenging today as it was back in the beginning?
Absolutely. There's always steps that you can take to make one move more difficult. Maybe an extension of something that you learned the week before to definitely change the dynamic of each move.
Excellent. And as far as the place that she has provided here, as far as feeling comfortable, tell me if she does a good job of that.
It's the most empowering environment. She is a wonderful instructor, and it doesn't matter what you've dealt with in the last week. She always welcomes whatever battles that you're going through or whatever things that you've accomplished. She's there for every level.
Let me ask you, first of all, what got you involved in pole fitness from the beginning?
Probably my best friend Danielle Teets. She lives up in Denver, and she got me into pole dancing. It was just something really fun to do. She had one in her house, and so it was just really confidence boosting.
So you started out as a student first, and now you're actually instructing.
Exactly.
And do you enjoy the instructing part of it?
Oh, of course, I love it.
Wonderful. What are some of the major goals you're trying to achieve when girls come in? Are they looking for fitness? Are they looking for fun, or a little bit of each?
They're looking for both. They're looking to gain their confidence and help build their self-esteem. But then also, it's such a great workout that you get so much tone and definition into your muscles that like people come for both because it's really an overall workout.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. As far as the facility goes, is it a welcoming facility?
Oh, yeah, of course. Diane, she's amazing.
Let me ask you, before you became an instructor, you were a student.
Yes.
What got you involved in this type of fitness?
Well, it was just very appealing to me because it's something that is always new. There's always something new to learn. There's always something new to do. There's always different ways of doing all the different moves and all the different spins and the inversions and stuff like that. So
That's what got you involved. That was appeal to it. Are you able to look online now, see some people that inspire you, and then come back out and try to attempt different moves and different dances?
oh, absolutely. But, without hurting myself, of course.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. As an instructor, what are some of the girls, what are some of the results you've seen that basically you're really excited to be a part of?
Well, I teach a class that's called Pole for Everybody, and it's geared more towards women that aren't necessarily the normal skinny sort of bodies. They're bigger women, so it's not so easy for them to get around the pole. So when I have a student that actually gets on the pole and is able to do a spin, it's very exciting for me because a lot of them, the ones that I teach anyway, they don't have those skills. So when I can show them that and teach them how to have a little bit of sex appeal, if you will, on the pole, they get very excited about it, and that, of course, makes me very excited as well.
Let me ask you this. Like you said, some of the ladies able to do a spin on the pole, obviously they're like, wow, kind of a whole new horizon opens up for them. Are you able to see their confidence levels go up little by little, sometimes quicker than they can?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll see them walk in carrying themselves a little taller. I actually see the clothes that they wear. I can see a difference because they'll wear shorter shorts and they'll actually wear tank tops occasionally. And for the women that I work with, that's a big step. So,
That's an awesome thing to be providing.
absolutely, it makes me very excited.
Let me ask you this. What got you first involved in pole fitness?
I guess the challenge of not having upper body strength. My hands are really small, so that was like my main challenge. Yes.
Wonderful. As you have basically gone on as a student, what were some of the confidence levels that you actually experienced within yourself?
It was pretty hard in the beginning, but I guess coming to practice every couple of times a week, that helped a lot with self-esteem and confidence, and just we don't have any peer pressure here. It's always like really warming and welcoming. So that was the main thing.
Let me ask you, are you glad that you continued with it now?
I am so happy. I think I'm addicted to it.
That's probably the greatest achievement you've done right there, is the fact you stuck with it. Like you said, it was hard at the beginning, but now you are now teaching other women to do the same thing. Is that fun?
It is so much fun, and we always learn from each other, even if it's somebody that just came in for a first lesson, because you remember what you went through in the beginning, so all those things help you learn how to teach better.
Wonderful. Is it also rewarding being able to see some of these women who come in and you see their confidence levels kind of get boosted?
Oh my gosh, yes, it is. Very.
It seems like you all have kind of a family camaraderie going on here that basically is you're able to support each other.
Yes, we're very supportive of each other. We always praise each other when we achieve something that we've been working on. We need help, we spot each other, so it is awesome. It's a really good environment.
Speaking of making it a comfortable environment for folks, are you able to offer also a bilingual, training?
Correct, yeah. I'm 100% fluent in Spanish, so I am trying to connect with some people and just offer the same.
Someone out there who's possibly thinking about doing pole fitness and they're hesitant, they're a little scared of trying something new like this, what would you tell them?
Well, I know I was a little scared, so but just you have to try it, because you'll see the results. You see how much you gain from it, and just to meet new people, and you just have to try it.
Just have to try it. Wonderful. From a man's standpoint, what is some of the support you get from the husbands, boyfriends? Are they pretty supportive of this type of thing?
Oh, you asked that in jest.
Yes, I did.
No, nobody objects. In fact, yeah, if they come and watch, they say, let's put one of these in the bedroom right away.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, I've never had a husband say, oh, honey, I don't think I want you to do that. Yeah, they love it.
They have to love it. I think it'd be great. Not only that, but you also supply some of the supplies, even the poles, type of things like that. If people want to go forth and kind of excel in something like this, you can do it. Speaking of excelling, are there actually championship programs or the competitions that people have now?
Oh, there's a lot of competitions. In fact, they're considering making pole an Olympic sport. And the first Colorado championship is taking place this fall in Denver.
Wonderful. Do some of the ladies seem to enjoy something like that?
Well, we're all going as a group to watch.
Wonderful. Going to check it out and then see maybe next year and get into it. Obviously, you have made it quite easy for your classes. You understand that women out there are very busy, and so therefore you try to put classes together that will accommodate them. Even if they've got some grown children, you've got a place here on the side where the kids can come in, read a book, watch some TV, and so mom is in the next room getting in shape.
That's right. And we even have a program that we offer on occasion called Tadpoles, which is a children's pole program. And they are fearless. They have a blast.
Wonderful. Once again, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. What you're going to see is her contact information. Their website is right there. They can take basically all the forms of payment you're looking for, be it PayPal, credit card, you name it. They want to make sure you come into an environment where you feel comfortable, where you basically don't feel like that person who is left out, or like she says, the dunce of the class. There are no dunces here. Basically, you're going to come in and feel very comfortable about a program that quite honestly is a revolution in fitness that you can achieve and you can basically share with your family, friends, and have a good time doing it.
That's right. That's right.
This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.